Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Metal Galaxy. So tonight we are having tonight's interview will be an old school metal night with Liv Jagrell and Per from Liv Sin. And at the second half we have a surprise guest yet not to be revealed. So tune in. We spoke a while ago on the channel, but for those who don't know you, can you introduce yourself and Liv Sin with one sentence?
What? With one sentence?
Yeah.
God damn it, I have not prepared for this, but I think I would say that Liv Sin is a metal band you like to bang your head to. Or we would like that people bang their head to.
That's what I feel when I hear Liv Sin, but as well I crank my volume up so that everyone can bang their head.
That's good. Yeah. That's good.
Great. And we hadn't yet the pleasure to speak with Per on our channel. So Per, can you introduce yourself and as well how you joined Liv Sin?
I'm the drummer of Liv Sin, and how I joined Liv Sin, I guess you dragged me into it.
Yeah.
No, because apparently I was back in the days stepping in on one tour with Sister Sin, so we got together.
Yeah, we met there.
We met there, and when Sister Sin kind of ended and you started a new band, you were like, yeah, I want you to be the drummer.
Yeah.
So that's the start of that story.
Great. Yeah. So I think a lot of people came from Sister Sin, at least me. I saw Liv like standing, headbanging, interacting, and I was like, whoa, this is the band I want to follow, be part of. And when I heard that Sister Sin was more and Liv Sin was there, I was like, whoa, she's starting her own journey. And I think it's great because the lyrics are very short, but as well the focus was always great, but it is like a huge growth step forward, I would say, more sound-wise. Like I think if you said Liv Sin is much more heavy metal, whereas Sister Sin was much more rock. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would totally agree with that.
And
I think that Liv Sin is a bit more modern, and Sister Sin was more old school, more rock and roll is old school. Yeah.
Yeah, and back to the story of Per. So, Per, if I'm correct, you were never part of Sister Sin. So I wonder, were you a fan of Sister Sin, or how did you get to know?
Yeah, actually, I was a fan because I found out of the band when I was on tour with my former band, a punk rock band called Cowboy Prostitutes, and when I was yeah, it was called Cowboy Prostitutes.
Amazing.
Yeah, brilliant name.
It's stuck in your head.
Yes, but we were on the way home from Germany, and this is back in 2008, something when you don't have internet on your phone. So when you got to Sweden, we had the internet again, and then I got some ad for a band, Sister Sin, and we listened to it. So I found out, and I really liked the band, and did some searching for Sister Sin when I got home, and realized, they are Swedish. Maybe we can do something together. So my band did a couple of shows with Sister Sin, so we support them. in Sweden.
Yeah.
And then when David got his first kid, he asked me if I could step in for him on some tours. And it ended up to be on the UDO tour.
Amazing story. I heard from Sister Sin, actually from Uda Dirk Snyder, as I love the 80s except, and then it was like, great how we all got together tonight. So time flies, actually. Liv almost 3 decades of heavy metal and a decade.
I did not do much metal when I was 10. 22 decades of heavy metal, at least then.
Yeah, almost 3, if we round it up. Because Sister Sin was in 2000, right?
2004 or 3.
I thought it's 1.
No, that's too early. I hadn't moved yet then. So 2003, I think that we put the date. Sister Sin existed before me, though. So you can be right with Sister Sin, but not with me then. I joined when I moved to Gothenburg, which was 2002 or 3. Or in the, somewhere there. Yeah, but they can be that they already existed 2001. I don't know.
That might be.
Amazing. So I always remember Sister Sin as you. So my bad on the question. So let's do 2 decades.
2 decades.
How does it feel?
Time flies. Time flies. It moves too fast, I think. But it's cool. Yes.
So time flies fast, but a part of this, how does it feel to be so long in a band, especially now your own Liv Sin?
I mean, of course, it feels good because I love doing music and I'm happy that I'm still doing it. So even though Sister Sin doesn't play so much anymore, I would not say not play because we did play this summer. But since we're not playing so much anymore, I'm happy that I have my own band and that I can continue playing music and doing metal and being on stage because that's what I love the most. So it's good. It feels good.
It feels like, I think like time flies, but I feel it's such a solid band, especially I think when you look at KaliYuga, your new album that came out, 2 weeks ago. So
is it 2 weeks now?
No,
1.5. But okay, on Friday it's 2 weeks.
Me and today.
You always count up.
It feels good to round up. But if I look at KaliYuga, I see such a growth. It's like, I think it's a great journey, and it's like you're waiting for the next one, and then the next one is a step up, and I think it's
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
great.
I really hope so. Yeah. It feels like, as you said, that we have grown and worked up with every album, and that we developed the music in every album towards more like finding our like our core more.
Yes.
If you could say so.
You can say.
Yeah.
So speaking about a new release, KaliYuga, do I pronounce it right?
KaliYuga.
KaliYuga. KaliYuga. So I've noticed that the new release, KaliYuga, is being picked up by the media like Knotfest. And it was actually a funny meme on your page. And you've as well closed a deal for management as well as booking, if I followed the news correctly. What do you think the secret recipe of the success of this album?
Hard work.
I would say.
Yeah, but we have worked very much on trying our best to promote and obviously our label also have worked with promoting the album, and we are constantly working on how to engage and find new fans. And I'm not sure that we have worked so much before that we are doing right now.
No, definitely
not. So I think that's a lot of the.
But I think both music-wise and also with like social media and all this stuff. I mean, we try to step up and be better all the time because maybe we weren't that good in the beginning.
No, probably not.
No.
So we learn.
We also kind of listened to the wrong people in the beginning.
Yes.
So we didn't know so much and put trust in people that we thought had ideas or could this stuff, but apparently not. So, I mean, but with KaliYuga also we had more time due to it was during the pandemic we wrote the music.
Absolutely.
So to compare to the other two albums who was more or less made by like we had this deadline. Yeah. We got to do it until this day.
Yeah, they were done pretty fast actually. Yes. So we had much more time, which obviously I think made us make better music actually, and we had more time to promote it as well.
Yeah. Yes.
And if I'm correct, because I've been following you and as well I've been part of the, I gave you some tips and tricks with my freelance company there, but I think the difference is now as well that you have used Patreon as well. I think much more Facebook interacting. I think that helped a lot, like the live stream you did with the new album. I saw it and it was great because there was so much interaction. It was very easy for me, like you left crumbles to follow you around. You got reminded that the album is coming and so good.
Yeah. Good. So we have learned some lessons from you.
Yes, we have learned from
it. And I'm very curious because I saw you worked very closely with your patrons and you also let them in on particle decisions. So I was wondering why these particle decisions and how was the end decision reached, if I'm not mistaken. For example, song titles were picked by Patreons.
No, not the song titles. They were not picked by the Patreons.
But for the lyrics, I think for some songs, isn't the
something with the process?
God, I don't remember now. What would you do with the process? We are a bit tired.
Yeah.
After that, it's been a lot before. So my brain is like.
I don't know if what you're searching for is like because when you wrote the lyrics for Horizon, you asked.
Yeah, but that was on Facebook or Instagram. I let the Patreons decide. For example, I let them decide which like photos to print. Yeah, and what. Yeah, and what to wear. My stage outfit to wear on the release. They helped me out with that one. So I asked them for those things, but not yet any titles.
And also, actually, the patrons, because the album it was finished over a year ago.
Yeah.
So we had it done. So we had a date first what was supposed to be the release date. So we had the pre-listening party for the patrons. And I guess it was like in March or something like last year.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, but the album will be released in January 23. And they were like, oh, okay, so we can't hear those songs until then.
No.
So a lot of decisions to be made. So why do you think, Liv, it was a great choice to let your patrons pick out the photos, the outfit?
I mean, sometimes I can have one idea and think something, but sometimes my fans or our fans maybe like something else better. And I think that it's good that we have them to ask, because you get so stuck in your own bubble or your own like world. So sometimes it's good to ask them, what do you think, or what would you prefer? And it's good to have that kind of, it's a close, since it's a closed membership.
It's like an old school fan club.
Yeah, it's an old school fan club, and then I think it's very nice to have those to talk to and ask. And I think it's also nice for them to feel that they are more like a part of almost like a little bit part of the band, or part of the family at least. So I think it's important that they get invited to join in.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thought, and certainly I think the way that Patreon meant to be like being part of the bubble, basically.
Yeah.
So for those who are watching and want to be part of this new bubble, we will post later links so you can just join the Patreon of Liv Sin and become a sinner, basically.
It is simple as that. It is patreon.com/Liv Sin.
Very easy. Yeah. So, but it's great to it's great to have them.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's like a really old school fan club. It's really nice.
Yeah. But it's also cool because during the listening party, for example, we asked them which is your favorite song, because we kind of thought about what they said at that moment. Mm-hmm. People who heard the song for the first time.
Yeah, which one?
And then we could also realize, like, okay, this song, I love it, but it wasn't that many that hooked on it for the first listen. Then that song maybe isn't a single. So, I mean, they helped us form which songs to pick as singles too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was cool too.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering then, looking at KaliYuga, the cover, you see the eye of the Horus. I wonder, how does it connect to the theme, and why did you choose to explore this particular mystics?
We had the eye since we started.
Yep.
Don't know really where it came from first, more than our artwork guy, Hector. He did the eye from my eye.
Yep.
The first time we had it. Yep. Maybe I said something. I'm very interested in the ancient Egypt.
Yep.
So maybe I said something about that. I don't remember. He he made
some inspiration for things, and he made that. Since then we have kept it.
Yeah. And a little bit more of the, but I think that he just, for this one, I think that we said something, we want the eye, and we had some ideas. I remember that we were cutting to make it like we were like drawing and
to show him,
and we wanted like it should be light out from the eye, or I don't know. And then he made out of that. He made this.
And you got a tattoo as well, I think, of this.
No, we haven't. No. But
not yet.
Not yet, list. But
exactly.
Yeah, it's on the list, absolutely. But not yet.
But then because we saw the eye in the burning sermons, like the woman. But it was much more a wall figure, whereas here you see basically I don't know if you have the album to show, but it's basically
you can get it.
Okay, there is going to.
He's got it. Go get the album. That's good.
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh, good. Sorry, my headphones were about to fume. Oh yeah, there you have it.
Yeah,
that's
if you can put it a bit straight.
No, because then here, I think.
Yeah, and when we see, it's like a pyramid. So I'm wondering.
Yep.
this eye is very displayed and so on. So I'm wondering, why is it like put so much in front? Any particular reason, or was it the artist? Just
no, I think the idea was because we had some merch that had this the eye and the triangle on
Yes, we did.
But, we did. And we thought like this is something simple that we want to use maybe as a backdrop or maybe as roll-ups. We want to use the eye more because we think like it's easy, and if we can have one thing that can be us. We also have like the basket or the cat now was on every single cover artwork.
Yeah.
So we try to keep those and bring it to the album and not use what we use on the singles for the album.
Yeah.
And then the idea was to make something more
straight into the eye, like
yes, that too, straight into the eye. But the whole cover to do it in white or like just plain like this. That every time it is with all the other metal albums, you will see this one because it's white.
Yep.
Everything else is kind of black.
Yeah, and I like it. I think for a third album and, well, the decade you are in Liv Sin, it's like an identity. You're bringing yourself out. You're just putting yourself, I think, into flashlights, into the lights, and so on. I think it's a great album, and it definitely stands out.
Thanks.
Before the last question on Liv Sin and the introduction of our surprise guest, let's do a random question for Per. What's the most spontaneous thing you have ever done?
Oh.
Do we want to know now?
No, because you ask like the most not spontaneous guy, I think.
Yeah.
Exactly, I know.
So what is the most spontaneous thing you ever done since you're not that spontaneous?
Don't worry, Per. I will think about something special for Liv as well later on to ask.
Most spontaneous. Yeah, maybe it was. But that was not spontaneous. I had planned to propose for you, so that was not. It was not spontaneous at all.
I don't know. I can't answer for you.
Can you say
No,
something?
I can't answer for you. I don't know what's the most spontaneous thing.
Maybe it is like I have bought some, because that maybe I can be spontaneous on. I buy drum things.
You can.
Then I never ask you about it at all. I just buy it because that's, if I want something that is for music, then I do it, and then I take the consequence afterwards. I eat like when I was younger, I could eat tuna for a month just to buy music stuff. I went to, in the beginning of the month when I got my money, went to the store and bought 30 packs of tuna boxes. Then I know that I had one for each day to kind of survive, that and rice. And then I could play music and drink beers. So maybe that's my part of being spontaneous.
Buying drum things.
Yes.
Being very regular, doing your job and so on.
Yeah. But you buy to me also.
Yeah, I do.
So like when for my mic frozen, so you can do that with stuff for me as well, but music stuff for me as well. Yeah.
You have here a happy reaction.
Yeah. It's
Krilla. Hello, Krilla.
Okay. So now we have a question for Liv. Your song Antihero reminds me a bit of Chaos Royale. If we look at the dress code, how was it to dress up a bit for the video, and any reason this lands perfectly for this?
Any reason?
It lands perfectly.
It lands perfectly. The dress.
Yeah.
I was like, what did I dress?
The hat.
Oh, I had a hat. I love, that's true, the hat. But the hat is something that I've had. I like the hat a lot. Maybe I did have a hat for the first time in Chaos Royale. It can be so.
Yeah.
And then
the
I,
white.
yeah.
That one I missed in the video of Antihero.
Yeah. So, and I like that. I know that that was one of my like stayed things. With sister, and that I really enjoyed having my hat, but only for kind of one song because I headbang so much, and if I had a hat, I can't headbang, so like one song. And yeah, so I brought that into Liv Sin as well, but I didn't want to have the same hat. It would not feel right to have the same hat. So I'm still experimenting with the hats. I like that hat that I have, but I am still experimenting. I want more hats. But that one is very easy to it's a bit of a softer hat, so it's easy to bring on fly shows and etc. So because I tend to also forget them sometimes. I think I have a couple of hats that I forgot somewhere. So I need new hats.
Antihero. Why this particular song that he was like, let's wear a hat?
Oh, I think that was just like I think it fitted the outfit with the hat. I think the hat has nothing to do so much with the song. It's just like I figured out. I thought that the hat suited maybe because it's a little bit of the slower part in the verse, and I don't headbang that much on those parts, and then I could use the hat there.
I thought like. For me, it was connected to the song, maybe because it was Antihero, like the society in general.
It could have been, but that was actually just that I like the outfit with the hat. So
interesting, different takes. So we are curious about the viewers, what they think about Antihero, the outfit, and what it was. So let us know in the comments.
Yes,
and you now have your spontaneous thing for the shopping bucket list. You should buy a wipe or something to complete Liv outfit.
Something white.
Yes.
Yes.
Wipe, the wipe from Chaos Royale.
Oh, yeah.
That thing.
So
that's it.
Yes. Why not?
I buy that.
Great. So let's now go to the second part of the interview. So we have a special guest, which we had before. It's Nicholas Talvind from Welcome, Nicholas.
Hello, Nicholas. Yes.
Yeah. How are you?
Nice to see you.